Disney,
Hiya.
Disney Channel. Disney
Right there.
Disney Channel. What? Disney
Oh, and the
Disney
ending.
Channel. Ooh.
The ending.
Disney.
Like,
Ooh.
it's a very. Our intro is not that long, but it was a nice intro. Welcome everybody to the Crossover Cinema Podcast. We are two dudes raised on Disney. I'm Carlo.
And I'm Kaya, y'all. You already know what it is. We're here to talk about Agatha All Along, episodes 1 and 2, the latest from Marvel Studios, the Disney-owned company. And you know what? I have to say, I'm into it. I really am. I'm along for the ride of Agatha on the Witch's Road, taking on a young teen under her wing while she dispels the spell left upon her by the Scarlet Witch over 3 years. And now we see her link up with clearly an old flame in Rio, played by the lovely Aubrey Plaza, of course. And we're beginning to see the shape of what I would say is an intense, I'd say, thriller witch horror show from Disney, Marvel. Yeah, I'm into it.
And it's a great time to put that out. Halloween is
Halloween, baby.
And really, yeah, me too. I'm really pretty into it. I needed those two shows to be into it, really. Like, I think it's really a good idea to see the both, right, one after the other. But at the end of that second episode, like, I'm down to...
You're down.
Know what's going to happen. Yeah,
I think we definitely, you're right about that. We needed 2 episodes to let this gel. I think one for the first week wouldn't have allowed this to kind of get the impact it needed. And I think that a lot of these characters deserve the time to, like, you know, be fleshed out in this way in that first initial drop. And as a new viewer, I'm like, I'm into this kind of idea of making this corner of the MCU work, this kind of mystical witchcraft, based in kind of a little bit of what we already have in reality, you know, Salem witch trials and stuff like that, which I think is really cool to see.
Yeah, really, like, for me, it's really an aspect of Marvel that I really want to see. All the vampire stuff too about Marvel, like, in a way that they pick up on that and do something serious. Like, I know that with Sony they did, like, what's his name, with 32nd to March, the
Jared Leto.
Yeah, they did what's the name of that movie? It was really bad.
Morbius.
Morbius.
It's Morbin time.
But Morbius, for me, I really like that universe. I think they could do something too with that. Like, I'm just saying, like, all the witch part of it is something that I really like, and that's what I think it's exciting about those series.
That gothic horror, yeah, it's kind of what you're looking for. Yeah. You're looking for more of that vibe through it, and I think the witchcraft stuff is lending to that a lot.
Yeah, really well. And for me too, like, I don't think that first episode, like, it was a throw off. I wasn't in it. I didn't see the Marvel aspect yet, and after a while I understand why, and I think it's great, because for me, I didn't know Agatha at all. I'm really a fresh viewer, just seeing it and just feeling if I like it or not. So for me, I like the little disconnection that happened, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're in a Marvel series, you know, like, we're not.
I think that's the thing that makes the difference.
That was a great idea
for you as a new viewer.
2 episode was there, yeah.
For you as a new viewer, you need that, I think, because you're not into Marvel in the sense that you watch every single piece of content. I generally do.
I choose them, and for me, man,
like Secret Invasion, I didn't do, you know, like stuff like that. I loved She-Hulk. I had a really good time with that. So there's Miss Marvel, for example. So there's definitely shows.
And you're really not, like, in the popular opinion with She-Hulk?
No, I'm not. No, but I still rep it.
You're just gonna say it right now, but I understand why you're saying that. It was not bad, but
that's my thing with a lot of these Marvel shows, is the quality is kind of varied. And I feel that with Agatha, we're kind of seeing the beginnings of another great addition to Marvel. I think WandaVision did a good job of establishing itself as that, like, de facto, this is what we need if we're doing Marvel shows, you know, a lot of character development, a lot of fun, you know, set pieces, and just building more of the lore and, like, hashing out. And I feel like that's what a lot of Agatha's pitch is that hashing out this side of the MCU and giving it the full breadth it needs. And Catherine Hahn is a really good, anchor for that. I think her performance is just, like, it's magnetic. Like, you can't even if you don't like Marvel stuff, I feel like if you watch her and she's just chewing the scenery, you're like, yes, this is what I want.
That's one of the great quality of that show, is that that actress really brings another dimension about it, and
Mm-hmm.
will bring new viewers, I think, in the Marvel universe for sure. Like, because we're not gonna lie, Iron Man became Iron Man because we know him today, but before that, I didn't know Iron Man. It wasn't like in the Marvel aspect of what I was watching. Same thing with I
Captain
don't know,
America.
Captain America or all of them, man. Like Scarlet Witch, I didn't even really know about her before they brought her like properly in the
Exactly.
mainstream universe. So right now, it's always I'm discovering always new superheroes. So for sure, like if we're talking about X-Men or if we're talking about like Spider-Man, I'm there. But for those kind of superheroes, it's always like a surprise. And this one is a really good surprise. I don't know if you guys think about that too at home, but seriously, I can't wait to see the other episodes. Seriously.
Yeah, it feels like it's building up to something that will at least have its own impact within its own space in the MCU. I don't think it necessarily needs to spiral out and then feature into every movie, whatever happens here, but I feel like it needs to feel like it's a part of the MCU and a part of the MCU in a way that expands it while also still feeling a little bit familiar. Not too familiar because we're too used to that, I think. And I think this cast helps with that a lot. I think the casting really does. I think the art direction and stuff is pretty okay. The costumes are really awesome. Shouts out to Aubrey Plaza's Rio. Her witch hunter outfit, like badass. Like it was
Oh
just
yeah,
the
and I
boots.
really saw a lot of people maybe like dressing up in Halloween in that
Oh
costume.
yeah,
Like really
they
that
made it
costume
cosplay. It made it like easy for
yeah.
cosplay if you want to try to mimic
Mhm.
that, And I feel like all of the characters should get their own defined kind of witch outfits. I hope they do as it goes on because I feel like these actresses are doing a good enough job that they deserve that sort of like that full scope. Don't like make it, oh, it's just Catherine Hahn and Rio who have these nice outfits and the rest of them are just going to stay around basic. I feel like you need to have this full kind of like superhero-ing aspect to the witchcraft. That's the whole point of it to me.
Mhm.
I think that's a very big
Yeah.
part of it. Like I would love to see what the potion sis is. I forgot what her name is, man. Potion sis. Ayo, you on point. I like the energy. The whole like, oh, I'm making these candles and you can eat them, and then she's got these class action lawsuits.
Yeah.
And even the was it, is it Patty Lupon who plays Lilia with her like the Lilia's leggings? Like actually, that was a good gag. Like there was some stuff there where I was really into the humor. And I think the humor with the MCU is a big problem lately, is like trying to figure out that balance. Like Deadpool's Deadpool, so it kind of doesn't apply as much. But overall, like things like Thor: Love and Thunder, I feel like this show brings back the humor that you're kind of like expecting and kind of freshens it up a little bit.
Yeah, and you see they're always bringing back like the same kind of like how can I say that? It's it's like the same kind of concept of bringing back putting somebody that doesn't have power in the group that has power. I don't know if you see what
Yes,
I mean.
yes, yes. The trope, that
Like even if
trope.
Spider-Man, even if like
You gotta
we
have
always
one
see that
normie.
normal, yeah,
Yeah,
that one normie. But that's one of my prediction. I think she's not a normie, and we're gonna discover that later. That's one of my prediction, but I don't know. Like I didn't
I
see
think
it. You know it better than me,
I
but
think that that's a fair point. You see, you can speculate like that with this show because it
yeah.
gives you that to do, and that's fun in and of itself. You know what I mean? Like you have that ability to look at these characters and go, where are they going to go along this path? Because
Mm.
clearly the whole point is that it's going to be their worst nightmares kind of like come to life and personified. I feel like that's a lot of what it's going to be. And we've all gotten these character motivations that are clear for everybody. And we can then see those things, blossom. It's going to
But
be cool.
god damn, I love this actress in that 70s shows, man. The mother in that 70s
Deborah
shows. It's
Jo
a
Rupp.
great choice. It's a
You an
great,
OG,
great
love. You an
choice.
OG.
Seriously, like for me, man, that actress is a great actress. She
Mm-hmm.
has a sense of the comedy that a lot of actors would like to have, like a lot of actor would like to have. She really owns what she does, and I'm really happy she's there. Like for me, it was a plus when when I fell on her. I was like, okay, I'm done with that show right now for 100%.
110%.
Like
You're like, I'm in. I'm
yeah,
in.
like for
Yeah,
me, they
locked
got
in.
me with that.
I think
Pretty sure I'm
that's just
older,
a
but
great no, but that's just
yeah.
a good cameo for a lot of older viewers or people who have watched that '70s show
Mhm.
nostalgia wise. But I think also
But
she's
you know
just a fun
what she's
character.
capable of. Like
Yeah,
she could go really far in the
yeah,
comedy humor.
exactly.
Like
So
she
I
dressed
think we're
with
gonna
kids
see
or
that.
whatever, and she. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I'm sure about that. Like that's why she's there. We needed. There's gonna be a scene that we're gonna really laugh our ass off.
Well, just to note, I really feel like with Joe Locke's teen character, he hasn't fully gelled with me yet. I don't think he's a poorly written character. I just think that where his narrative is going, it's a little obvious as a comic reader a little bit, but I still want to see them give his writing a little more oomph, because I feel like he's more tagging along. I did like his scene in the potion maker's shop. I feel like that lends to that, but I think we need a little more of that spice in there and less of that kind of trotting kind of like fangirl, because I feel like that's better suited to a character like Kamala Khan, who inherently has that fangirling aspect to her, whereas like Joe Locke, it's like, oh, I've heard of you, you're Agatha Harkness, like, yes, we get it, yes, you know what I mean? But on that note, I do think his performance is quite good. I'm enjoying it. He's really relishing being that queer I think the queer eye within the show, like as a youth, and I think it's going to be fun for a lot of viewers to have that representation there. It's going to be really cool to see.
Yeah, so I think that for the end of this episode of this podcast, I think I want to ask you, do you have a prediction that what's coming? For me, I'm gonna start, Kaya, no pressure.
Oh, no pressure.
But for me, I think that the next episode we will have a cameo. That's what I think.
Okay, those are reasonable expectations. A little cameo here and there, a little 1-2. But what level of a cameo?
Just to put them really in the MCU universe.
Give me an example of what you're thinking of. We need some. We need a name. We need one name. Are you talking about a Scarlet Witch cameo, or are you talking about
a Doctor Strange cameo? No.
I think you got to save that for the end of the season.
Yeah, but
straight up.
Yeah, but maybe like a character. I don't remember all the names, but
You know what? I'll do you one better. I'm gonna tee you up.
I'm not gonna say any names. I don't know who.
Listen, babes. Listen, babes. Listen, babes. All right, I'm going to tee you up. All right, I'm going to tee you up. Now, I believe that Joe Locke's teen, when he was getting his mouth zipped up, I think he was selling. What are you saying? Billy Maximoff. So he's clearly Wanda's child, brought back, allow that comic's accuracy, and I think we're going to see him take shape as the new Scarlet Witch or Scarlet Warlock or whatever that kind of, 100%. 100%. Because I think his role is obviously being downplayed a little bit, but the main mystery is actually, I think, him, not the witch's role.
You see me, I'm talking about more like, because I know it cannot be, but it's going to be a character, I think, that is going to be big enough that they don't need to bring the actor because of whatever is his costume. I don't know who could...
Like more like a shadow? Like more like just like kind of like...
No, but more like
Take your time.
Let's say Iron Man, but not Iron Man, but because we're not going to see the actor, they could bring him just like for...
Well, they could have a cameo. No, you know what? The thing is that with the witchcraft aspect, they can kind of like have a scene where somebody gets an Iron Man outfit through witchcraft. And it's like, that's a reference right there. That's a cameo.
Like that. Yeah,
like on that level.
Reference clear about like that world. I think that's
exactly. I'm in. I'm with it. You already know. I'm looking forward to the next one. Straight up.
Me too. So guys, thank you being there. Really appreciate every episode. It's bigger. It's interesting. We're trying to be better every time.
It's fun.
If you want to like, comment, tell us what you think about those 2 episodes. If you think it's a good idea that we pursue those episodes, I think it's a good idea. I think it's going to be a really good show. My name is Carlo.
You already know I'm Kaya, y'all. It's a pleasure to always have you guys pulling up to the Crossover Cinema Podcast. Till next time. Ciao.